Right then, we are back. True Crime, Streets of LA. I actually played this through to completion and quite enjoyed it. Not a bad game, it's got some glitches in it though. True Crime, New York City. Brought for 4 for a £10 deal. Not as charming as the original True Crime, to be honest. I didn't really get along with this one actually. Kessen 3. Actually, I've not played this game all that much because I brought it recently. As you can see, I've got a lot of games, and yeah, I've also been buying quite a few PS3 games lately, so I've not actually had the chance to get around to playing this. Loading Sphere. Yeah, very nice 2D scrolly beat 'em up / RPG. Highly recommended. Bloody Raw 4. Yeah, well, it's Bloody Raw, but this time it's the 4th one. I really didn't like the story mode on this at all. It was a bit shit, actually. Right. 1945. Acts 1 and 2. An otherwise good shoot 'em up collection ruined by the fact that it doesn't have 60Hz mode, so it plays a little bit slower. Final Fantasy 12. Do I really need to say anything? Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8. I'm not sure where this stands amongst the Romance of the Three Kingdoms games, but I happen to like it, so fuck it, it can stay. Mercury Meltdown Remix. Marble Madness, but with Mercury. Graffiti Kingdom. Really good 3D platforming action. Basically, you get to create your own character by actually drawing him and then sculpturing him. It's one of the best games on the PS2 and also highly underrated. Mystic Heroes. Dynasty Warriors, but more cartoony and 4-player. Very good. Yakuza 2. Yes, I have this. I'm a bit pissed off that they're not bringing out Yakuza 3. Giga Wing Generations. Half-assed scrolling shoot 'em up. Under the Skin. Good game by Capcom. Basically you run around causing mischief. Klonoa 2. I actually quite like this game, although it's not as good as the original. Black. Still sealed. Yeah, I was originally going to review this for someone, but eventually I didn't bother. I'm not sure why. Sorry. Super Dragon Ball Z. Not a massive fan of the Dragon Ball Z series actually, but this was made by the guy who did Street Fighter 2. I fucking love Street Fighter, so I thought I owed him a debt of gratitude and I brought it. It's actually not a bad game. Right. Crimson Tears. Really good game. Bought it for incredibly cheap. Actually one of my... It's a dungeon crawly style game where you go around beating the shit out of stuff. It's actually quite good. Right. God of War. Don't really need to say much about that. Saintia. Good if you like that kind of anime. Maybe I've seen people did the Dragon Ball games. Not a bad game. Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. Fucking amazing game. Buy it. Driven to Destruction. If you like Destruction Derby games, this is the one that you want. It's actually a very good PlayStation 2 Destruction Derby game. It's a bit more realistic, but it's also a really fun game to play. That, and you can also spray paint a massive penis on your car, and as you're ramming people, you can say you're shafting them. Rogue Galaxy, a very good Japanese RPG. Check it out. Total Overdose brought this for basically essentially £2.50. One of the funniest games I've ever played. It's like GTA, but you basically do a load of crazy stuff like dive out of your car and, well, all guns blazing and stuff like that. Really good fun. Zombie Virus. Now, I had the Japanese import of this until my import PlayStation broke down. The Japanese name that made me buy this game was called The Ambulance vs. Zombie. Seriously, I bought the game based on that name alone. I didn't even need to look at screenshots, man. It's actually not a bad game. It gets a little bit repetitive, and I actually bought the game for a £5. It's a very, very nice game. You know, check it out if you find it cheap. Tengai, scrolling shoot 'em up, made by Psychia, I think. Very, very nice game. It's actually a horizontal scrolling shoot 'em up, which is a bit odd for them because they're normally into horizontal stuff. Samurai Aces, same people again. Another scrolling shoot 'em up. Flipnik, some crazy ass pinball game with multiple tables and weirdness. It's not traditional pinball, it's alright. It's not the best pinball game I've ever played, but it's okay. Dodgeball, brought in a 4 for £10 deal, never played it, sorry. Conflict Zone, an okay RTS. It's a bit hard to play an RTS when you're using a pad, but hey, you know. Oh, fuck. Metal Slug Anthology. I've never been so disappointed in a game in my entire life. Not only is it only in 50 Hz, there's no way... I'll put it this way, there's a massive, massive black fucking borderline at the bottom of the screen. It looks like you're playing a fucking PSP game because there's this massive fucking black border at the bottom of the screen. It's not a very well made collection. Hence the reason why I would not suggest buying the PAL version on the PS2 because it's fucking terrible. End of rant. The Getaway, Black Monday, again my friend suggested I should go and buy this game. I brought it for £2 and yeah, I've not played it. The Matrix, Path of Neo, brought for 4 for £10. Played it for about 2 levels, thought it was okay, nothing special. King of the Fighters 2003, not a bad game. This is when they start adding in the whole sort of Marvel vs. Capcom tag system where anyone can just jump in and beat the shit out of each other. Not a bad game, although this was the start of Ash Crimson's storyline arc. Killer 7, a game that's weird for the sake of weird. Red Faction 2, is fairly substandard shoot 'em up. Dragon Sisters, a scrolling beat 'em up, budget, made by Game Street 505. Not a bad game. Actually, it's not Game Street 505, it's Essential Games. D3 Publishers publishing handle. World Championship Poker 2, brought for £5. It's an okay game, it's not very good. I did have a review of this on YouTube, I'm not sure where it's gone now. Freedom Fighters, a really good action-oriented shoot 'em up, third-person shoot 'em up actually. I strongly suggest checking this game out. It's actually probably one of the best games I've played on the PS2. Killzone 2, a fairly generic shoot 'em up. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, basically a port of the PSP game. It's actually very good. I'd probably still say the original Vice City is my favourite one though. Okay, that's it for now. I'll catch you guys later on.